Oh, karaage, Japanese fried chicken. I love it. But wait, did you deep fry these?
No, you know I don't like using a lot of oil.
Yes, I know, but that's barely any oil.
Just about 1/3 of an inch in depth. No need for a deep fryer.
Ah, and you're putting the chicken pieces in the oil while it's still cold?
Yes, cooking this way means a lot less oil splattering.
Ah, so cleaning up later is also a lot easier and we don't waste a lot of oil.
Yes. See? Crispy outside and juicy inside.
Ah, perfect. It looks and smells so good. So let's learn how to do this. And we start with grating a small piece of ginger and then cut about 1/2 pound of boneless and skinless chicken thigh into bite-sized chunks.
This size is good. Not too big, not too small.
Sounds a lot like my bank account. So in a bowl, we add the chicken, a little salt and freshly ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon each of sake and soy sauce, and add the juice from the grated ginger.
If you love ginger, you can increase the amount of ginger juice. I like a generous amount. Some people like to add finely chopped garlic too for karaage, but I prefer just a ginger taste.
And we massage everything well into the chicken. God, wish I could get a massage like that.
Me too. The chicken pieces look very relaxed. If you have time, you can let them rest in the refrigerator overnight.
I don't think so. I want to eat all of this now.
Okay, then let's move on. Now we coat the chicken.
And this is a special flour coating you're using, right?
Yes, 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and 3 tablespoons of Katakuriko, which is a Japanese potato starch powder. You can buy Katakuriko in Japanese grocery stores or online.
And it's this mixture that makes it all especially crispy.
Exactly.
So we mix them well, then completely coat each piece of chicken. No bare spots, everybody gets fully dressed for karaage.
Yes, that's the key. Now add the vegetable oil to the pan. About 1/3 of an inch is enough. Then turn the heat to medium and add the chicken pieces while the oil is still cold. Now do not touch the chicken pieces for 3 minutes.
Okay, I won't touch them, I promise. But after 2 minutes or so, they'll start to sizzle.
3 minutes after turning on the heat, check the underside of one piece. Not ready yet. We will wait for 2 more minutes.
And now they look good on the underside, a lovely golden brown color.
Yes, now carefully flip them over and again, do not touch for 3 minutes.
Just 3 minutes, it seems like a lifetime. But now finally they're ready. And we remove the chicken from the oil and let them drain on a wire rack.
Now let's cut one piece.
Wow, nice crunchy sound. And look at that.
Crispy outside
And juicy inside, just like you said. And smells positively addictive. Yay!
Yes, and you can serve with some colorful vegetables to make a beautiful and tasty meal.
And this would be perfect for a bento box picnic too.
Yes, but today we will eat them fresh and hot.
Itadakimasu!
Love Japanese food? Let's make it easy at home.
Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out our website for more tips and recipes. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends.
Got questions or requests? Drop a comment. We love to hear from you. Stay hungry, stay curious.
Happy cooking!